Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, you guys. I will never, ever get over Plexus legends like Miss Jennifer Leith asking me to do a live on her team page because it's the same feeling. Like, I feel the same way as I did when I was a gold ambassador, and I was like, oh my goodness, look at those people. Like, will we ever arrive? The queen herself? It feels the same. Even after going diamond, I'm like, oh my goodness, these people are the legends. So thank you so much, Jennifer, for having me on here tonight. I'm so honored to get to spend a few minutes with you guys. So tonight we are going to be talking about doing the thing, because this is something where, especially in a company, if you are doing this hustle gig that we're all in, we get to see a lot of other people succeed, right? That's the name of the game. It's one Plexus. We get to see other people flying up the ranks. We get to see other people winning certain prizes at Leaders Retreat, or maybe we see other people with their face on a graphic on this team page for adding 3 ambassadors. And it's so easy to see the after without seeing the before and the middle. Okay? It's just how life works. And we can say all day long, comparison's the thief of joy. Don't compare your before to somebody's after. It's easy to say those things, but I want you guys to really go there because it's a Monday, okay? And you're going to have to fight comparison 7 days of the week this week. So I want you guys to just go there with me in your mind for just a few minutes tonight. When you see people, okay, at their pinnacle of their journey or in their winning season, you don't know what they had to face in their losing season or their hard season, okay? So do not for 1 second think, oh, this stuff just comes naturally to her. She's just a natural, okay? Hardly ever is that true, okay? Guys, I hated making videos. Even before I got on this live, I couldn't breathe for a second. And I was like, Abby, calm yourself down. You've done this 37,064 times. Just don't forget the breathe part, okay? But it's because this is something that is not a natural skill set for me. It's a skill I don't know if I would say perfected. I'm going to say that because I don't have a different word in my vocabulary right now. Because I'm a mom and I can't access the same words that I used to be able to. But it's a skill that I've worked to perfect, okay? Now I can speak to groups of people. I can jump on and make a team video most of the time without a lot of nerves. For my own team, I'm usually not super nervous, okay? But when I started this business, that was really hard for me. It was something I had to practice and get better at. You guys, when it came to sending out first contact messages, I don't know what you guys call them here, if you call them cold messages or if you're for them or against them. But basically, when you reach out to someone about this opportunity, guys, I actually had to go and change my shirt, okay, as a silver and gold ambassador. I had to do that. I would shake on the other side of my computer screen when I was trying to think of the right words. I would erase, and retype something else, okay? And I got so tired of doing that after hitting the rank of senior gold, I was like, why do I still hate my job? Why is this so miserable? Because people keep telling me this is going to get easier, and it's not getting any easier. And I'm going to let you in on something. The reason why it wasn't getting any easier is because I was still doing the bare minimum, okay? I would procrastinate, close my eyes, don't think about the messages I have to send to do IPA. And then at the end of the day, I had this rule where I wouldn't sleep until my IPA was done, right? So I would do everything else I could possibly think of. Make a post on my team page, follow up, make a graphic, add new Facebook friends. And at the end of the day, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't sent messages. Okay, send 3, make that 5, 6, I'm done. Wow, what a day. And I would turn off my phone and go to bed. And every day I would do this. And every day I would hate it just as much as the day before. And even though I was seeing success, okay, because I was going gold and senior gold and moving up the ranks, it was miserable. I hated this job because I hated that every day I was the same amount of uncomfortable. So yes, it was a lot of avoidance and procrastination. So eventually I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to live my life this way. If I'm really going to be doing this job long term, which, by the way, that's another story. If you guys haven't seen that, you can go look at my YouTube channel. But I had to have a come to Jesus at Ruby and realize, am I or am I not going to do this all the way? Am I going to keep doing the bare minimum to inch my way up these ranks? Or am I really going to lock myself in the door, throw away the key, and do this like there's no tomorrow, okay? And that was a decision I made between me and the Lord, because it wasn't enough for me to just have a why anymore. It wasn't enough for me to just do this for some financial freedom. It became something actually really very personal, where I felt like the Lord gave me this opportunity and that I needed to steward it to Him and for Him. So it was actually a really big deal. So if you guys have not really cemented your why on multiple levels, I'm going to encourage you to do that. But that's not what we're talking about tonight. So once I realized, okay, I've got to do this, I thought, well, how am I going to do this in a way where I'm not miserable anymore? How am I going to get on the other side of this hard thing? And for me, you guys, that meant doing it a lot, an excessive amount, so that sending 7 messages didn't touch me anymore. Because when you send 20 messages a day for 30 days in a row, all of a sudden, 6 messages, you don't even feel anything. Okay? It doesn't touch you. It's so funny how it works that way, but it does. So I want to encourage you guys, if you're struggling with something in this business, don't just do it one time and then go, I did it. I don't ever have to do it again. I'm done. It's over. I did the hard thing. Continue to do it. Do it over and over. Do it repetitively. And if doing it once a week, if you're doing a live video once a week, if you still feel like you're going to puke every Friday night when it's live video time, that means you need to do it more than once a week. Okay? You got to do something to get on the other side of that fear. And I promise you it will work. 1, because it's science. It is muscle memory. You're teaching your body to perform a task over and over until you no longer have to attach thought and emotion to it. Okay? This is not a weird, like, just spam people with messages. That's not what I'm saying. You can put emotion into the words that you're going to write and pray and seek the Lord and say, Jesus, please give me the words that people need to hear today, and write a very genuine and authentic message before you send out a bunch of them. Okay? I'm not saying take the soul out of it, but I am saying you got to up your game a little bit. You got to up your game so that you can develop that courage muscle, okay? Courage is a muscle. It's something you have to exercise and develop and strengthen. It's not just we wake up one day and we're Wonder Woman. Like, oh, today I am a jewel. I have done it. I got all the feels, guys. Nothing's gonna stop me now. You can post whatever Pinterest quote you want to post on your feed. It does not make you brave, okay? That Pinterest quote is not gonna be there for you when you have to get up at 5:30 a.m. before your kiddos and it's still dark and you really just want to roll over because people are going to ignore those messages anyway. Is it even worth it? Okay, that's the tape that plays in your head, right? That's not truth, but it's the same feeling that we have when we don't want to wake up and work out in the morning. We're like, oh, I'm not going to get skinny today anyway. It's really cold outside. Missing one day is not going to just give me a bikini bod. So I'm just not going to do it. Okay, it's the same thing that applies to courage. We have to exercise that muscle. Now, a quick tip for you guys on the video thing. I know we're not talking about just about making videos. It's really, this applies to anything that you've been avoiding that's super hard and scary for you. But I'm going to touch on this really quick because you guys need to know this. So, bonus material. Video is the future. Okay, in marketing. That is the direction things are going. So if you are refusing to participate in the video world, you are choosing to be behind the rest of the market. Okay, that's how it works. You can go, and this is not just like an MLM thing. This is the world. This is the way of marketing. It's for multiple reasons. A big part of it is because of the influencer movement, where everybody is able to post beautiful and perfect photos. That's still popular. That will remain. People want to still see curated feeds that are pretty and cohesive and make sense, but people are also craving authenticity. Imagine that. They don't want, they're just robots anymore. So they want to see raw people. So that doesn't mean, oh, great, I can be authentic and have a trashy feed. No, unfortunately, that's not how marketing works. People still want their eyes to be, they honestly want their eyes to have pleasure. Okay, they want to still trip that hormone in our brains, and they want to see pretty things and enjoy pretty things on your feed. So keep working hard to produce good content, but videos are the future, okay? You've got to let them see your soul. You've got to let them feel how much you want them to experience what you're talking about. It's super, super important. So if video specifically is hard for you, do the thing and make sure you're getting out there. Do it on Instagram stories, do it on Facebook, make it a part of your routine. I will totally confess to you guys, this is hard for me. I do not like to get up on there and just show my face on the gram. No. I would like to post pretty stories all day with graphics. I don't like getting up there and being vulnerable, but it's what sells and it's what people want. So make sure you're doing that. I didn't know what I wanted to share anymore. Okay, Deborah, that's a really good point. Make sure that the lives aren't super long. Okay, you guys, we don't have to get up here and preach at people for half an hour. In fact, right now, the amount of attention statistics show you have between 5 and 90 seconds to actually capture someone and reel them in, okay? So none of this hopping on Facebook and going, okay, we're gonna wait a few minutes to see who hops on. No. You're gonna lose the people. So get on there and share something, even if it's just a 2-minute live, and say, I'm just driving home tonight and I was really thinking about this today and I wanted to share it with you guys. Done. Great. You did it. You don't have to have a 20-minute devotional thought that you have to share. So don't overthink it. Just get on there and show your face and show them that you're a real life human. Now, let's talk some more about hard things. So what are other areas that this would apply to? We talked about reaching out. We talked about video. Let's talk about our team, okay? Hard things when it comes to leadership. Hard things would be holding people accountable, okay? If you've got people under you who've said, yeah, I've got these big convention credit goals. That contest is over, but that's an example. Or this is my goal for Leaders Retreat. Or yeah, I'm committed to doing IPA 3 to 4 days a week. And all of a sudden, they're not posting in your accountability thread. Where are they? Do not let them fall off the face of the earth, okay? If they have given you that permission, which by committing something and verbally speaking it to you that they're committed, they have given you permission to speak into their life and hold them accountable, okay? That's the transaction that's taken place in leadership. You guys, I'm just going to speak really boldly and really plainly. In this industry, this relationship is very hard. Okay, in the corporate world, there are rules for this junk, and there's for a reason. There is a boss, and there are people under the boss, and you do what the boss says. We don't have those lines in this industry, and it's a beautiful thing. It's also a thing where it makes us feel very uncomfortable as women, and we're like, I don't know, I just don't want to say anything to them. What if they don't like me? Okay, it's hard. But the stats are in, people are 85% more successful with accountability than without it. Okay, so that means that's the same for me, it's the same for you, it's the same for everyone on your team. So make it however you want to make it. Make it a fun thing. If it's this is the emoji of the day, check into the IPA thread. Whatever it is where you need to create a space of accountability or give them fun tasks to do, but don't let yourself off the hook and don't let other people off the hook. Don't be afraid of being the leader. Don't be afraid of being the cord that ties people together and holds them accountable. Do that thing and don't be afraid of it, okay? not everybody is a natural born leader. That skill does come naturally to some people. If you don't have it, you can develop it. This is something that is super, super close to my heart, okay? I know that all the personality tests, it's all the rage. Enneagram is super fun. What am I talking about? I think it's super cool. I'm making Enneagram presets, okay? I think it's fun. I think it's a great tool. But here's the thing. That does not define you. All that does is it gives you a list of what you have to work with. That is your starting point, not your end point, okay? It says, I naturally have this set of skills, but to be successful in this business, I need this set of skills. So all that tells you, this is what you have naturally. So that then by default and by deductive reasoning will tell you, okay, well now I need to go grow muscles in these 5 other areas because those don't come natural to my personality type. But don't just sit over here and say, sorry, this is my pile. I'm a 2. I'm a yellow and got some green. I can't be a red. I can't be confrontational. I can't hold people accountable. I can't grow my network. I can't learn to be expressive on video. That's not a thing, okay? You can totally run in your strengths. Run in your strengths as fast as you can, but don't be afraid to develop muscles in this other area because I'm telling you guys, in this business, we've got to be well-rounded. And guess what? Not all of us watching this right now have the luxury of having a team that has leaders that fill in our gaps yet, okay? We don't start out that way. You don't start out in this business as a silver ambassador with your dream team of all these rock stars that complement the areas that you don't have. Is that the goal? Absolutely. Should you pray for that and seek dream teamers who are going to be good at things that you're not good at so you can have a well-rounded team of everyone running in their natural strengths? Yes. That is the ideal situation, but you got a lot of space and a lot of journey, sister, between yourself when you start and arriving at that amazing core dream team. You got a lot of work in there, and until you get over here, you're going to have to work outside your comfort zone. You're going to have to operate outside of your natural strengths, and you're going to have to be the woman who steps outside of what's easy for her in order to get yourself to point B. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of doing the hard things. I will tell you guys, every single morning of that phase of my journey, and still, this is a huge part of my journey, I start the morning in prayer, okay? Because there is a big season where it feels like you're kind of doing this on your own, where you're being your own rock star, okay? And you have to say, Lord, I don't freaking know what my team needs today. We don't know all the time, right? I don't know what's going to motivate them. I don't know what they need to hear from me. But if you guys, I promise you, this is a place where we are called to love on people and to serve them. You can't serve them if you don't know what they need, okay? How are you supposed to know how to motivate your team if you don't know if they're tired and maybe they're burnt out? Or maybe they're not tired because they didn't freaking add anyone last month. Maybe they just don't believe they can, okay? Those 2 feelings, that's going to require a different thing from you as their leader for you to give them, okay? So if you don't know those things, you've got to pray and ask for the wisdom. And then don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to have a temperature gauge to check your team. I will recommend this. I don't recommend that in a group setting, okay? Don't do a poll on your team page that says, does everybody feel like they suck today or are they burnt out? Just want to know where you guys... No, don't do that. That's a horrible thing. And honestly, misery loves company. So you're going to have a lot of drama on your team page. Don't do that. But do it one-on-one. Do it in your coaching calls. Do it, this is what takes place behind the curtain. Okay, do it on those voice messages or in the Marco Polo thread that said, okay, you're just not feeling it. You just feel like everything was crazy this week. What's the real reason that you felt like you couldn't get anything done? Did it feel pointless to you? Were you worried that nobody was going to respond to your messages? Or were you just feeling like you could do it, but you didn't want to because it's not important to you? Don't be afraid to ask those hard questions, because you can't speak truth to people as a leader if you don't know what to speak to. And the last thing we want to be doing, and the last thing any of us have time for, is just pouring out empty motivational words like, you can do this, you got this, when they don't even know what they got and what they want. Okay? So don't be afraid to get in deep one-on-one with your people. And then when you're with the masses, that's when you can call them together and they will rise as one. So do the hard thing, make the video. You guys are amazing. Happy Monday, everybody.